This is Chicago, Illinois, baby, the place where dreams come true. This is home of the 2016 World Series champions, the Chicago Cubs. We got the White Sox too, but I didn't really know a lot about their accolades, so I don't know what to say about it. I just felt like somebody was gonna be offended if I didn't. Looking past that, we got the Willis Tower. Check this thing out. The Chicago Bean. We got views of Lake Michigan, but most importantly, it's the home of deep dish pizza, baby. Chicago and deep dish go together like lamb and tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all know what I'm saying. But it's actually widely debated on who even came up with the concept in the first place. Cheese on the bottom, sauce on top. What was this man thinking? But it is pretty widely believed that it happened at Pizzeria Uno in downtown Chicago back in the 1940s. And ever since then, all kinds of deep dish pizza restaurants and families and chains have opened up in the Chicagoland area and other places as well. It can be tough to decide who actually has the best pie. Deep dish is known for its cheese pull when you lift it out of the box. That real thick, hearty crust, its ability to jam all those items and ingredients inside. It's truly a sight to behold. You're about to find out. But like I said, with all these different choices and each person, each family adding different, subtleties and nuances to the taste and texture, how are you supposed to decide who's got the best one, man? The people are torn. You gotta watch my videos. That's the only way to find out. I'm about to break it down, man. Just right here in Chicago, we have Pizzeria Uno, Pizzeria Due, you got Giordano's, Lil Malnati's, Gino's East, Pequod's. It's tough to decide, man, but we're gonna get started here today, right now, with some Giordano's. So whether you are, from the Chicagoland area, maybe you're planning to visit sometime in the future, maybe you're just laying in bed and you're hungry as shit and you wanna watch something to do with food, we're hitting all those bases right now, man. So here we go. First things first, let's bring you around a little bit so you can see the #1 Giordano's famous stuffed deep dish pizza. I kind of ripped off where the receipt was because I didn't want people to see. It was like $23 for a small pie, because these pies, you gotta understand, they are packed full of so many ingredients. It is worth it, man. It truly, like, you're getting enough food for the money that you pay. I haven't even looked inside the box yet, so let's go ahead and do that right now. This is Giordano's. This is the Chicago Classic, okay? I wanted to rate all these. Normally I'd get like pepperoni, maybe pepperoni and mushrooms, but just for the sake of reviewing these and trying to compare all the different joints, went with the Chicago Classic, because nearly every joint here has a Chicago Classic. Oh my God. Oh my God, can you believe it? Now, talking about that crust, check it. I mean, that thing is thick, dude. That is thick, golden brown. Like I said, sauce on top, cheese on the bottom. It's different. It's not your typical Brooklyn style pie. Now, I did go ahead and get this one cut. Normally they tell you like not to get it cut because it, I don't know, travels better or whatever. But I chose Giordano's first because there's one right at Navy Pier outside my door, and I figured that would be quickest. But there's other ones that do crazy things, like Pequod's, which is not in the city. They put cheese around the outside of the crust and then they burn the crap out of it. You know what I mean? Like that caramelized crust. Think about like the corner of a lasagna. So if you guys want to see me go to Pequod's, it's a bit of a drive, but I'm down. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. So here, first things first, we're gonna judge this thing on the cheese pull. Giordano's is typically known to have some of the highest cheese pulls ever. And this is just like they didn't prepare this exceptionally. They didn't know I was going to review their food here. So this is what you normally get from a small, this is a small, Giordano's Chicago Classic pie. I'm trying to do it with my hands, which really just isn't. Actually, you know what? Let's go for this piece over here. First of all, it's bigger and I'm hungry as shit. I haven't eaten anything all day. Okay, so I didn't get a lot of cheese pull on that one. You know how like when you see, I don't know, any fast food like McDonald's and you look at the Big Mac, you're like, damn, that looks good. And then you actually get it and you're like, oh, it's kind of flat and not what it looked like on the billboard. That's not exactly what deep dish pizza does, but I didn't get much of a pull on that. But as you can see, here is the pie, man. That thing is thick. Now the Chicago Classic comes with, I think pepperoni, green peppers are in there. There's some onion and one other ingredient. I forget what the other ingredient is, but it's a lot. As you can see, this thing is having no trouble holding these toppings, no trouble holding the sauce. You might think that it would just, you know, come off the top, but absolutely isn't. This looks like a cheesy pile of deliciousness. All right, we're gonna move the rest of the pizza out of the way. Now, I'm choosing to eat this with a fork solely because of my beard. Like, if I try to take this thing whole with my hand, it'll be all up in my beard, it'll be saucy, and that's just not gonna be a good look at all. And I was thinking about judging all these pizzas on like different I don't know, categories like taste, texture, smell, price, but I think we're just gonna leave it as one number, okay? On a scale of 0 to 10, we're gonna see what all of these pies have to offer. This is Giordano's Chicago Classic Deep Dish. I'm gonna try to get a bite of just about everything here. Bon appetit. Oh my God. That shit'll make a grown man cry, I swear to God. That's no joke, man. As soon as you bite into it, you get first of all, the crust on this pizza. I've had crusts from deep dish places that just are kind of like doughy and don't really hold the ingredients well. This one though, for whatever reason, maybe they didn't know I was gonna review it. This one's got a crunch that you first get when you bite into it, and then you got the softness and the saltiness from the cheese, but then the sweetness from the tomato sauce hits you. Some of these different places will have a sweeter sauce, some will have a spicier sauce. That's what I was talking about, like each one has a different taste to it, obviously. But this is unreal, man. And it's not even fresh. Like, I got this for a carry out, so this pizza has been done for, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes, but it's still warm, it's still gooey, still decadent. And like I said, that's worth every penny, man. I've actually never had green peppers on a pizza. Even deep dish, I've never had it, man. But that right there is a pie, dude. Now, Giordano's also serves a thin crust pizza, but if you're gonna go to a Chicago pizza place, you gotta get the deep dish, man. All right, so the pizza is great. I'm not gonna give it a rating yet because what also factors into a great pizza is that crust, man. I can't stand when people leave crust on a pizza. Sometimes I do it. If my girlfriend watches this video, she's probably gonna roast me because sometimes I do leave the crust, but she just takes mine and eats it before I'm finished with it. Now, normally I wouldn't destroy a pizza like this, but just in order to try out the crust here, as you can see, pretty thick, golden brown. See what it tastes like. Tastes like bread. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge fan of deep dish crust. That's why I'm super excited to go try out Pequod's, because theirs is supposed to be like revolutionary with that caramelized, like cheesy crust. But this one is just kind of so thick and dry almost. You know what I mean? I like my crust to be a little, I don't know, a little softer, kind of buttery. I think Giordano's is known for their butter crust. I don't know if this is the butter crust or not. But honestly, I don't know if it's just my personal taste. Now, obviously, you know, taste is at some level subjective. So things I like, other people aren't gonna like, and vice versa. Things, you know, you guys like, I may not as much. So this is certainly not like an end-all, be-all review. I'm giving you my opinion on some food, man. So crust, decent. The actual pie though, I mean, it's tough to beat that. Oh, the other ingredient in here was onion. I don't even like onions. I don't fuck with onions like that, but it goes together so well with the pizza, you don't even notice it. Now they're diced up pretty small. And when you combine that with all of that gooey cheese and that sweet tomato sauce, that just makes for That just makes for an excellent pie, dude. I think Giordano's on a scale of 0 to 10. Giordano's is coming in at a solid 7.5. Now you might think 7.5, what the hell are you talking about? You just said you love that pizza. 10 is like the pinnacle of food. Like I eat that every single day. 7.5 is not bad, man. On the actual pizza part, it's closer to a 10. I think it's the crust that I'm not a huge fan of. Like I said, it's a little dry for me, and it's just maybe too thick and doughy. I don't know. That's what deep dish is. If I'm being honest, whenever I choose between thin crust and deep dish, I normally go with thin crust. But you can't do a Chicago food review video and not review some deep dish pizza, man. So that's my review on Giordano's Chicago Classic. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see me continue around the city, try out a few different spots. Like I said, you got Pequod's, you got Lou Malnati's, Pizzeria Uno, where it all started, Pizzeria Due. Those are all just, you know, a few steps down the road. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Back in my Q&A, you guys said you wanted to see some food review videos. So there's number one, man. There's number one. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy Giordano's pizza if you come to the Chicago area, and I'll catch you guys right back here next time on something. I gotta come up with a name if this is gonna be like a little mini series. I'll get back to you on that. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everybody, and I'll catch you guys right back here next time. Peace.